Hi everyone and welcome. This is Rudy Hunter from rudyhunter.com, huntershealingcalls.com, and the ashworkerstrainighub.com. Thanks for being with me. Welcome to Hook Yourself Up with yours truly. So I'm going to teach you a luscious way to use just your fingertips and a couple of places on your body to feel better. And in fact, if you hang out in this position for 20 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute, you'll actually start to bliss out. And I'll give you a tip at the end that will massively increase the already pretty magical way this thing works. We're just tapping in by acupressure points to powerful places that already exist in your system and literally hooking them up like a car battery so that things run and just run through your system much more smoothly and easily. I think you'll like this and you'll probably use it a lot. It's very, very helpful. So we need to learn just a couple of really easy things first. Your third eye is where it's basically the 1-inch piece of real estate between and above your eyebrows. It's in the center line of your head. It's in this vicinity. You're going to, one of the places you're going to touch with your two middle fingers is here. So you can't possibly miss it. You can be down a little, up a little. You'll find a place when you get used to this that is perfect for you, but don't sweat the details. This is close enough. The next place we're going to learn is a very powerful acupressure point in the central line of the body. Now, try and contain your enthusiasm. It's between the nipples. Don't worry. It's between the nipples on a man, right dead center. So if you put your hands on that territory, touch the middle, that's where we're touching. We're using the two fingers of the middle hand. And it's lovely if you can get to skin, which is always thrilling. It works perfectly well through clothing, so don't let that put you off. You can also do a little sneak and peek. You can just go in here and you're there. So your two middle fingers of one hand are resting centrally. The two middle fingers of the other hand are resting centrally here. Now, a couple of things about this touch that will make it not just a nice thing to do, but a luscious thing to do. So it works really nicely if you just hold here and relax. Perfectly fine, nothing wrong with that. But we want to up it and magnify its effect, and then I'll teach you something at the end that will really magnify it. The way to do that is to make the touch really light but definite, and to include what I'm calling, really it's just a two-finger drag. I know that sounds a little dirty, but it's not. I want you to practice it on a body part. So grab part of your forearm, touch two fingers down, and the touch we're doing isn't a slidey touch. We touch down definite enough to make contact, but we're going to move tissue without sliding our fingers. So here's what that looks like. You touch down, and all you do is tug. I think we should call it the two-finger tug. That sounds even dirtier, but it's more accurate and a little more fun. And that way you'll never forget it. So you touch down, you tug enough to move the skin 1/4 of an inch, maybe 1/2 an inch, but you're not sliding on the surface of the skin. So that's the thing that's going to make this pretty fabulous and increase its effect very quickly. So sneak two fingers in here for the two-finger tug. Yeah, that's sounding dirtier the more I say it. Two fingers here, and we're going to gently tug north up towards the heavens. Tug in both directions, and you'll immediately feel there's a widening and a breadthening. I'm not sure that's a real word. A widening and a breadthening of you, or more accurately, your energetic system, but it's that tug that makes all the difference. You'll start to feel things in all kinds of areas of your body. Not just the fact that we're connecting the head and the heart, the longest distance in human history. We are connecting those things, yes, but we're turning the whole system on, so you'll feel things throughout yourself. I'm going to tell you how to really improve the effect of this, and that's enough, but I want to give you an extra layer that will add a lusciousness to this. I want to remind you first, before we do that, I have 3 sites that I'm forever driving people to because they're littered with all kinds of free tools like this one that folks can lean into when they're in trouble, when they need support, when they feel crappy, when their practitioner's office is closed on the weekend or at 3 in the morning. And the sites are for you, your loved ones, and even your animal friends. So the sites are rudyhunter.com, huntershealingcalls.com, and the ashworkerstrainingHub.com. And those sites are up every day of the year, 24/7, and you can use those tools anonymously, which for some folks is really important. So let me give you the icing on the cake here, and it has to do with where you put your attention in consciousness while you do this. And by the way, aside from the fact that you can't be doing any driving or operating heavy machinery, because this is a very bliss out kind of feeling that it produces, you just want to be safe and sound. So you can do this lying down, sitting up, slouching, however you want to get comfy. You have to hold your hands up, but not for all that long. If you're going to spend a lot of time, just stick some pillows under your elbow or sidle up to a table and rest your hands or elbows on the table, and that way you can get it done and you don't have to support anything. And lying down, this is a whole other level of nice experience. But here's what I'm going to do. I'll talk you through the tweak in this that makes it magnify itself. This is something that I've developed that's very, very useful. Not just for this, but all kinds of other things. And by the way, as soon as you're done doing this with me, I would love it if you would comment below, because we're nosy. We want to know how this was for you, so to speak, what your experiences, what your sensations were in the body, and also how you use this. You don't have to tell us the details of what you used it for if they're icky. Just tell us it was for stress or relaxation or just for feeling better. But we want to know what it did for you, how it produced sensations and changes in you, because it's very rapid. So, blah, 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 let's do this. Middle fingers of each hand, sneak one in here to the center line. Here to the center line, you're going to do we're going to call it the 2-finger tug. You're going to do that gentle tug where your fingers don't slide. They just tug tissue about 1/8 or 1/4 or 1/2 inch upwards. Now stay here with me while you do this. And by the way, if you want to get to the front of the grocery store line, stand in line doing this. People get out of your way. Allow yourself to relax and arrive. And I'm going to give you a really simple instruction that's deceptive. And don't worry too much about how precisely you do it. It's just to get your attention where it needs to be. Put your attention in this moment behind you for all of the sights and sounds and any sensations there are that exist behind you. Now allow all of those sights and sounds and sensations to move up, forward, 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 so they move in front of you. Don't worry about analyzing how accurate that is. That's to get your attention to pull what's behind you in front and rest your attention on your fingers. Just sit with that and notice that all kinds of things begin to open and change and morph and shift. I don't have to tell you that if you'll use this, you can experience more deep relaxation, more openness, and if you want to hang out here for a few minutes, you can experience some bliss on demand. That's pretty good. So, enjoy it, comment below. We want to know how it was for you. We're nosy. And until we're together the very next time, this is Rudy Hunter. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye for now.